How's it going, folks? Witsend FL. If you've been watching my channel for a while, and in particular if you've been watching for my content outside of Warships, you would have seen this game before. We're back with Valheim. Fantastic game. Open world. Every world is randomized. Imagine a cross between Minecraft, Ark Survival Evolved, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And that's what Valheim is. So much potential. Team of 5 developers did it. Got a new world going. Want to bring you up to speed before I start streaming, so I hope you enjoy. So you can see we started our world in the Black Forest. Really not a good idea, if I'm being honest with you, especially early game. We're getting our car wood. That's the one thing, is there's a lot of resources, but if you play this game, you know getting resources is dangerous, as we're about to demonstrate. Here comes our worst enemy. One of the scariest experiences you'll have in gaming is seeing one of these guys for the first time, mostly because you can't see them until they've already attacked you and taken pretty much all of your health. At the other end of that spectrum is one of the scariest things that you're ever going to see as a Valheim troll is me, of course, with a bow. I'm simply that good that you have no choice but to retreat. Doesn't matter what stage of the game I'm in, you're better off running. But running only gets you so far. Eventually, I am going to hunt you down, probably soon. And I will absolutely beam you with this bow. It's inevitable. I'm like Thanos, basically, but for Valheim. So eventually this guy comes back to meet his maker, and I do, like a good cruiser player, I simply start kiting and HE slinging this poor, stupid, dumb, big battleship into oblivion. It's only a matter of time before the HE spam gets to him and melts his health. He's already down to half health and it hasn't hit us once, just like Warships. Sometime later, I eventually realized that the best strategy here is simply to island camp, where he can't get me with those poor-ass firing arcs and the horrible dispersion. I continue kiting after he brings his giant self around the corner, where I get pretty smacked. I'm not gonna lie, he gets us good. Only to nearly get dev struck there, in Warships terms, where I eventually run away in hopes of getting some will to rebuild. Sometime later, I end up dodging what is possibly the most cinematic rock that's ever been thrown in this entire game. I have melted him down, I've done my job, and there's not much he can do about it. We go for the kill shot, finally bringing that behemoth down. And then, of course, the best part about murdering somebody is you get to take their wallet after you've killed them. Not long after demonstrating to the troll what a skill issue is, I'd completely forgotten that I sent out a huge invitation list for a massive house party with every friend of the forest that I had in my contact list. Now, of course, I had simply no intention of feeding any of these people, so shortly after eating everything I could find in my pantry, I realized the party had already started without me. These guys had went out and gotten so drunk, they came over wanting to fight. I obliged. You really have to factor in when fighting a guy with an axe that it's possible that they went out axe throwing at least once before this event occurs. Now in my scenario that wasn't the case, and I ultimately just ended up shooting them. In the world of Valheim there are a couple of key differences from our own. One of which is that there is no Geneva Convention, so feel free to shoot the medics. The other of which is that the people of Valheim are surprisingly willing to jump in front of arrows to save their medic's life. But as the saying goes, if there is a will, there's a way, and I have a surprisingly large will to shoot this medic. And just like in Hell Let Loose, after the medic falls, the rest of the platoon just collapses. Shortly after concluding my house party, I get a visit from a raven telling me to go ahead and finish up my fortifications or I'm going to die. I thank the pigeon for his kind words, and I'm on my way. It's decided by the council that to properly fortify my base, I'm going to need stone, a lot of it, so I get to work. Now you might be wondering where I ended up getting the stone cutter, despite only being in the Black Forest and not having beaten the Elder yet. And for that, I looked to the official Valheim guide, where it said to cheat. And so cheat I did, and I went to my other world and took only the stone cutter just for building purposes. But cheating does not give you all the wood for your fires. So I went out in search of it, and came across yet another battleship. Those pesky battleship mains, always cluttering up matchmaking. But occasionally, they do demonstrate a shred of competency, and in the middle of dealing with a couple of pesky destroyers, he gets there and dev strikes me. Detrimental to the war effort, nothing could have gone worse. Now, as if this one hadn't made enough big brain plays already, he gets to my house and immediately starts destroying the base that I worked so hard for. But of course, the intelligence doesn't stop there. He knows what I'm going for, and decides to cut me off and go keep my stuff, leaving me defenseless. Never before has a troll displayed such intelligence. Of course, what I didn't account for was that I picked up a couple pieces of wood which prevented me from picking everything up with a single click, leading to my untimely demise. But I'm not a quitter. I learn from my mistakes, and I toss everything out before grabbing things. On top of that, it appears the troll has given up for the time being, perhaps hearing rumors of what I did to his friend. But a generational talent like this is not so easily deterred, and so he waits until he's gotten his friends to come attack, to distract me and destroy my base while I'm preoccupied with them. And down it goes. All my hopes, all my dreams, my chance of winning this fight goes down with the swing of a club. And it's not enough for King Kong just to destroy my crack shack. He goes and destroys my dock too. Just when I think I have him on the run, he gets me with a double whammy here, killing me. And just like that, I'm back to spawn. And after investing 6 minutes of your life into this video, I imagine this ending is a lot like the ending of Logan. Bittersweet and a work of art. As the cold hand of failure gives our hero here a back rub, I take a moment to reflect upon my life choices, such as why did I build my base so far from spawn? Why didn't I have a second boat? And why I've sunk so many hours of my life into making this video. And just as I thought there was a glimmer of hope, I didn't have a roof for my crafting station. And with that, I hope you all did enjoy the video. I hope I've earned a like and a subscribe. It took a lot of effort to make, so if you enjoyed, please repay the favor and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.